So, hello, ladies and gentlemen. We don't know why we're still doing this, or what we're even still doing.
That's our intro?
Well, you're supposed to keep it going.
And
we're gonna keep it going.
I'm just used to you just going like, hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Randy.
And I'm Aaron.
And welcome back to Tangents, the show where we don't know what's going on.
Yep, that's essentially how it's supposed to work. Also, in case you aren't aware, the names were flipped there. And we're just gonna dive right into it.
Of course, I feel like the first item that we definitely need to talk about is the fact that we now have an editor. So big thanks to, I forget how he wanted to be referenced.
Scott!
Yeah. And you know what? Scott is a little bit of a test-a-rooney. Stop time. Your first kiss wasn't with JoJo. It was me! Deal! I really hope in post he does that. I really hope.
Right.
Any other requests while he's stopping time?
Okay. Now, we need... Your first kiss wasn't with JoJo. Oh, it was with me, Dio. We need that audio.
Oh no. Like in the time stop, just...
When should time resume? In other words, when
Obviously,
does Dio's regeneration not keep up with his fucking heart going haywire?
I don't know, dog. Where did you learn that, by the way? That it just stops your heart.
It doesn't stop your heart, it puts a strain on it.
Oh, okay.
It's and when you overuse it, it's equivalent to having a heart attack.
Oh, I see.
And I assume that Jotaro could, see where his goddamn limits are.
Yeah. SpongeBob me Bob. My mom broke my bionicles, and the stress is sending me into cardiac arrest. Oh my word.
Just foaming at the mouth.
I thought of a potential, really good talking point for us, and it stems from Chibi Naoto dancing. Naoto Shirogane. You might have seen this, or you might have heard of this. It's the meme sensation that's sweeping the nation, and
it's Naoto Shirogane, vibing to music.
Yeah, it's wonderful. It's just, I would love to...
I'll put it this way for you, ladies and gentlemen. It is worth your goddamn time.
Language, but yes, essentially, yes.
Yes!
Just the second time I say yes, it just echoes, it's louder and just, yes! Yes. But,
yes!
So stemming from Chibi Naoto, just what makes a good meme? I know that you're a connoisseur of the meme art.
Well, as one of those, according to you anyway. Please don't put me on the spot like that again. Okay, but more seriously, it's really hard to spot, identifiable factors that go into making a good meme.
Mm-hmm. Well, yes, but then again, at the very least, there's a way. We have ways of telling if a meme is cringe, though.
Yeah, Well, usually whenever a meme is cringe, it's designed to be so. If it's worth your time, that is.
Depends on what site it's posted on. If it's Facebook, it's totally unironic. It's totally not intended to be cringe. Any use of minions is not meant to be cringe.
Yeah. Whamter.
Whamter. Yeah,
but there's any number of factors that can turn a meme from stale to keck.
Stale to keck.
Not stale, but stale.
No, that's what I said. I said stale.
Ow. Stale.
Hit my knee.
Stale. Difference.
Mm-hmm. But continue.
And one of those is how hard it beats you over the head when you first see it.
Mm-hmm. So, essentially making good on the punch part of the punchline.
Yeah, it's supposed to send a comedic jolt throughout your very being. You're supposed to see it in, at least a double take. If not a, what the fuck did I just witness?
A murder.
Not even a murder, an atrocity.
Oh,
several thousand counts of war crimes in Syria.
Just sounds like Saturday for me.
See you like that.
Luke Skywalker committed multiple war crimes. I have. Sending me to jail for life. They are. Learn the ways of the Force beforehand. You must. Learn the ways of the Force in my bum. You must. How to drop not the soap.
Yoda, I don't think that I need to.
Soap is learn how to clench your butt cheeks hard enough to avoid getting cocked. You must. Slippery. The soap is much like the Force.
It's just the last minute, just a growl, just.
Ah, yes. Tangents the podcast where two fucking retards laugh at each other.
I mean, I really hope that one day we have enough people, we have enough of a following that we can just have, dedicate a portion of the podcast to laughing at their memes. To seeing, just to asking them, ladies and gentlemen, show me your memes. That plot twist that just broke the mic right then and there. It kills it. The rest of the podcast is silence, and I made them deaf. Just by the raw energy that comes from demanding that you show me your meme. It's too much for the mic and their ears to handle.
No, it's just Knuckles from Sonic Boom, like the show going meme. Approved.
What? I don't think I've seen that.
Yeah, So someone who's still in high school has their own Discord server for their friends to hang out, and lots of people sent those memes in that Discord server.
Oh. I'm assuming you joined that Discord server?
Yes, of course.
How is it? How were the memes?
Well, I like it, but out of your friends, which are... No, but...
Out of your friends, which are you? Truck freak.
Crazy ass.
The fighter.
So good. Back to what I was talking about. I feel like I'm the only one out of the friends I currently talk in person to who would enjoy my time there because, well, it gets a little personal sometimes.
Personal in, what capacity?
Every capacity imaginable. Besides sending nudes in the server.
Oh, that's cringe.
Yeah, that would be cringe.
Stop! You're breaking the mic! Just stop! No, that's going to be murder on the poor viewers. Why would you throw that over there? I have a trash can right underneath here, Randy.
Well, I'm
Get the water bottle. You can be a litter bug outside. Don't be a litter bug in my room. I will beat you with my shovel.
You know what? I'm going to be a litter bug in all of the above.
No.
Sorry,
There you go.
I must.
Put the water bottle in the can.
No.
Yeah.
I already did it. I'm just saying no as a matter of, petty defiance.
I don't know. I'm kind of on the opposite end where, instead of, having I have an online group of friends that I have, it's a friend group that I found myself in. And, legitimately speaking, I just don't quite feel like I need to be there, I guess you could say. I don't talk really in the it's a group chat on Instagram, and I don't really talk on there at all, and it's just I kind of wonder if I should just kind of approach them and just say, "Hey, I'm dipping. This is where I'm going to backstep into the
shadow
into the phantom realm, into the dream realm."
Wow, way to make an inside joke to the two people who are in that campaign.
What are you talking about? Tangents, the podcast, is literally just a bunch of inside jokes that other people laugh at out of obligation. I'm willing to bet future me all the money in my bank account currently that will still hold true even at episode 30 and even at episode 100. It will literally always be two guys making inside jokes and everyone else laughing out of what did I say before? Laughing out of
obligation.
That one.
Well, who knows? Maybe we could get to episode 1000 and it'll become the entire following's
Nah.
inside jokes.
Honestly, episode 1000, I understand. It's an exaggeration, but I don't think we need to go like at 1000 the viewing catalog becomes or the listening catalog becomes so unbearably long that no one unless even the people that I imagine would be keeping up with it like there'd be no reason to go to 1000. We could just start over again. We could do something else. Why would we make 1000 hour long episodes? That's 1000 hours. Do you realize what you could do better with your time with 1000 hours?
Yeah, reach level 50 in Path of Exile.
You could beat a JRPG once.
You could actually beat it several times if you're not an idiot.
Oh, you're right. 2.
I said several.
Yeah. 2. Oh, wait. Sorry. I'm wrong. 3.
Well, you could beat the Persona series one time with 1000 hours.
Of course. I'm just joking with... I'm just exaggerating.
Well, obviously.
I had a plot point, or not plot point, conversational point that I was hoping to pursue, but it just kind of dropped out of my head.
Well, that's usually how it ends up.
About whether or not staying within the online group is a good idea. I don't know. It's one of the things I've been thinking about is if I should just kind of just tell them I don't think I need to be here.
Well, it's the same with mine, except I feel an odd connection to all of the people in there.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't really get it.
Well, I mean...
Why am I still there? Why haven't I committed suicide yet?
Wait, what? No.
Mysteries.
Stop.
Of course I will, after I've done it.
Please don't. Randy, I worry about you. Please don't give me reason to worry about you. Outside of normal...
Don't you already have reason to worry about me?
Well, yes,
I mean, my method
more.
for fixing my sleep schedule is staying up for 30 hours.
Is that really? I think
well, that's my attempt. No.
Oh. That doesn't work?
My method for, fixing it is going to sleep never.
Oh.
Always has been.
Good grief. Give me a break.
Give me a fucking break.
Wait, why are you grabbing my leg? Just breaks his leg. There's your break. Spirit, that isn't what I wanted.
Star Platinum, you retard. I didn't mean to break our leg.
Oh yeah, it technically is their leg, isn't it?
Yeah, because the user and the stand, they both share damage.
Yeah.
And
right.
And that's why whenever your stand has a high durability rating, it ends up benefiting you whether it's out or not.
Mm-hmm.
Because, just getting beat to a pulp, trying to beat Jotaro to a pulp with anything other than a gun or explosions
or another
usually
gun
doesn't really work that well. Unless your power is A or better.
Essentially. Although stand stats are kind of nonsense.
Yeah, although...
But then again, they're just more to give an
Star
average.
Platinum, the most invincible stand ability.
Made in heaven, allow me to introduce myself.
Golden Experience Requiem, allow me to introduce myself.
Yeah? I mean, Golden Experience Requiem really is just if it can make contact with anything, it wins.
Yeah.
Because at the very least, it could reset it. So, with Poochie, he could stop him by just beating him to death, and then, he's joining Diavolo on the Infinite Death Run.
He's just like, who the fuck are you? They both point at each other as they get run over by another car.
Although I think Poochie's fate was worse. Comparatively. But that's a discussion for once you finish part 6.
Right.
Yeah. But I think you're still taking a break to read through Gun Gale Online, aren't you?
Yeah.
How's that going?
Honestly, that's going so well. I never expected to like the light novel so much after Log Horizon just completely beat the anime for Log Horizon out of my system.
Wow.
So that I only remember the progression of events in the light novel. I'm like, what? They do Akatsuki and Shiroe's character development arcs at the same time? Ah!
Yeah, it's pain. Pain. That spells pain.
Wow, it doesn't rhyme. It's horrible. It's just all of that I was just talking about. besides the Gun Gale Online light novel, is just champagne. Except, where's the sham?
Although a part of the pain here is that out of the 11 volumes that I have possession of with Log Horizon, I'm on 11. I was hoping this episode we could talk about it, but I'm not caught up. I'm on. Let's get a nice little drum roll in. Scott, are you listening? Are you paying attention here? You were playing on your phone, weren't you, Scott? I saw you. Right, Randy? We saw him.
Right. You can't be doing that while you're editing.
I'm on page 128, but also I kind of did play on my phone while editing, because editing the podcast, I wasn't a very involved editor, because it's just, you're here to listen, not to watch. You're here to listen and learn.
Yeah, essentially. And now that we have a dedicated editor, he can go ahead and do whatever the hell he wants to the podcast, and it'll probably be funnier than before.
You right.
By a little bit.
I saw like a few of his edits to the previous one. They're pretty great, actually. There's one in particular that has the funny. Would you like to see it?
Yeah, sure, we can look at it.
Okay.
That cock and ball torture isn't over, Batman.
Dark Knight Rises, but he didn't break Batman's back.
He broke his cock.
Picks him up, holds out his E, and just don't. Okay. Picks him up, holds out his E, and just don't.
Oh, that's perfect. It's impeccable.
He broke his cock. This is important.
You forgot to turn on desktop audio. Unfortunate.
Forgive me, but I don't want to get copyright clapped.
Will we? I mean, those guys.
Actually, okay, Scott, let's do a bit of a experiment and just see. I'll turn on the desktop audio, and we won't show the visual, but we'll turn on the desktop audio. I'll turn it up to, what do you say, about here?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I almost hit stop recording.
It's just kind of beautiful that this is what we're listening to right now. I mean, what else would Naoto Shirogane vibe to? Like, seriously. There's nothing else that can be better than this.
I know, it's beautiful. Okay, we'll turn off the desktop audio, and I can't wait for that to get clapped. To get copyright clapped. Turn off the volume.
Talked over it for a reason.
Of course, but I wanted to see... Well, of course. I don't know. I know there's one anime YouTuber that he, shows clips in 5 seconds, and that's, the window. So, maybe. But still. It's, copyright, man. It's just... But still. I forget why I was pulling that up, but maybe it just illustrates something about the talent of our editor. About how much funnier he makes things. Appreciate you, Scott.
Yeah.
Crush my cock with a rock I must. Maximum pain I must endure. Ready? Here we go.
Oh my word.
I don't think I've ever done that better.
What are you doing?
I'm just messing with this piece of clothing.
Stop it.
No.
Yield! Good grief.
Kotoharu.
I'm messing with this with this meat vessel we call life.
I'm slapping my mortal coil around.
Is that what the kids call that now? You see, back in my day, we called it tooting your own horn, but I guess you all have your own little colloquialisms and way of speaking.
Colloquialisms.
Have you ever heard of the show called Gilligan's Island?
No.
Oh,
No, I have not.
That hurts me deeply.
Okay.
Well, that's okay. It's actually an older show, but it's really good. Look it up whenever you have the chance. But there's a rich old man, and that's the voice that he has. I just kind of pull from it whenever I want to do a snobby rich man voice. It's perfect.
Your little colloquialisms.
No, it's more like you're just not really opening up your mouth a little bit, all wanting to enjoy some champagne or a little bit of bubbly. Have a nice bottle of drink by the pool. It's essentially just being obnoxious. Channel the obnoxiousness right into your gums, and you'll have the way of speaking like a rich man.
Your gums. That's not how people articulate.
What are you talking about? Have you ever seen me speak like a rich man? It's all in the gums. I sound more like Thanos with like a drawl. Well, I'm sorry.
All in the gums.
I'm sorry, little one. Man, I still remember when Thanos was like the biggest meme. He was like a meme for 2 years straight.
Yeah, he was. People love to just make fun of him to no end.
Make fun of the man who wiped out half of the universe.
I wonder why he only did half. In order to truly save anything, you need to wipe out at least 90%.
Mm-hmm.
You just casually agree with me.
I mean, come, comrade. It is numbers. In order to save the 10%, you must be willing to sacrifice the 90%. That is how it works, yes. Is my math wrong?
No, math not wrong.
Okay, good. Last time I used math, we lose Rocket. we also lose Kevin. I'm a little bit more sad about losing Rocket, though, if I be honest.
Yes, Kevin was asshole, but Rocket was mum.
No. Kevin wasn't bad. He was Kevin. That's all there was to it.
He was Kevin.
He was a Kevin. What can I say? What can I do?
Well, it's too bad we lost him to the Hordes.
Yes, lost him to Hordes. Definitely not faulty calculations. Definitely to Hordes.
Comrade, why do you think we flew to Hordes? Faulty calculations.
Well, yes, you're right, but then again, Hordes have also been striking up business. They compete. I can't stand. I'm crippled.
Comrade,
but that's
I know
other
you're
noise.
in a wheelchair, but you need to calm down and stop.
Oh no.
Comrade, I know you want sandpaper on your wheelchair wheels to drift, but you have to calm down.
But comrade, drift gives purpose. I feel alive again.
Comrade, drift is for car.
But I go.
This is just
And he
getting
just
better
wheels
and
out.
better.
He just wheels himself out
No,
backwards.
No. He has a one wheel peel set up. He has a battery powered drill with like a belt that connects to one of the wheels, and he just goes, and then the wheel just.
Do you have any advice for our viewers on the subject of relationships or even friendships that you might, any sage advice of your astute observations that you might be willing to dole out at a small price?
Okay, so I don't have anything serious or specific, but I will say this. Remember, boys, if you want a girlfriend, you have to clear the first hurdle, which is, talking to girls. And vice versa, or whatever the hell. I don't know, this world's kind of weird.
As radical as Randy is, this world is too.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes I'm wondering if that's the way I like it or not.
What does that mean? Does
It's overcomplicated in some aspects, and very occasionally I just have to stop and wonder, is this cringe?
looks at life? Is that... Dude, did you post cringe?
I just stare up at God, bro, and then I put my hand down towards life. Did you just post cringe?
No. That's not how this works.
I'm sorry, but it has to be.
That is not how it has to work. It's not how this works.
It is.
My word. Yeah.
Man, I just love how every piece of media that I've consumed that has a very nice amount of realism has had some form of, boinking out of wedlock. Joseph Joestar, he goes out for his fucking birthday to boink a
Was that
Japanese
canonically
girl.
on his birthday?
It was around his birthday.
Oh. I'll never forgive the Japanese.
So I punished them by screwing one.
Nah, someone said screw the Japanese, and he was like, hey, I like that idea. Puts on shades over shades.
Buys the condoms that are ribbed for his pleasure.
Hermit purple, ribbed for pleasure. Spiked for pleasure. Oh no.
He uses hormone to accelerate the birth process.
No, that's not how that works.
Yeah, I know.
It's not how this works.
It's not how any of this works. I'm well aware.
I miss some of those old commercials like that. They were just funny.
Right.
Like I forget what the company connected to the. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. I forget the company, but it's good content.
Yeah. Like when they had first run the State Farm ad where it's like, it's Jake from State Farm at 3 in the morning. Who is this? It's Jake from State Farm. What are you wearing? Jake from State Farm.
Khakis?
She sounds hideous.
Well, she's a guy, so.
Well, she's an eldritch horror, so.
An eldritch horror.
Just, what are you wearing, Jake from State Farm?
She sounds hideous. Well, he's a.
Or no, even better. I mean, you're right. You can hear it on the phone. Just, I mean, yeah.
I have a feeling that that's the point, honey.
What's your name? He gets Jake just fine, but everything else, it's just eldritch gobbledygook. Just, who is this?
Jake!
Or no, that's not quite it.
Jake!
What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm? It just translates to the blood of the unborn. Or something horrific like that. Something like Eldritch or actually it literally just translates to khakis.
Blood of the tortured.
Not even better. It literally just translates to khakis.
She sounds hideous.
Yeah.
Well, she's a... So...
He gets it perfect. The lights start dimming. Blood leaks from the walls, and the ancient ones begin chanting.
Or no, it's like it's like the running gag in Sword Art Online, abridged. Oh hey, the sky's bleeding.
Oh hey, the sky's bleeding.
Kirito, I have to ask you one question before we start relaxing. And what's that, honey? Why is the sky bleeding? That's the fucking nightmare he has.
Oh.
It's great.
Is that just a repeated nightmare, the sky bleeding?
Well, it's a recurring gag in the show, but that's a nightmare he has, in the time skip after he escapes from the game.
I see. So out of curiosity, I know he at one point becomes a vegetable.
Yes.
What leads to that? I'm just curious.
Okay, so yeah, I already spoiled that for you. So SAO spoilers. Currently, main character just stopped being a vegetable.
He is no longer of the
He was a vegetable
family.
for over an entire season.
Now he's just a fruitcake.
He was a vegetable for damn near 2 seasons.
Dang. It's a shame.
Or probably more like 3 volumes, I don't know. But what ended up happening was he was basically cursing himself right before the server that all of the Fluctlights basically digitized souls were on.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And so he was sitting there cursing himself and saying, "Damn it, it should have been me." Because just saw the best friend in this virtual world just kind of die.
Oh.
Right. And then the power cuts to the world, and suddenly, because of 1, the fact that there's a power surge, and 2, the fact that he wanted it to happen, his ego just pops.
Oh. So
Yeah.
he
was just a sitting pile of memories with no drive.
It's really sad.
Yeah, and he sat there like that for an entire season. It was
How
kind of
many
hard to
seasons does
watch.
SAO have?
Several. Let's see. There's 5. We're on the 5th one. And there are 20 volumes out. And I think it's finished as far as the volumes go.
Do you know what the progress is on the adaptation?
I have a feeling that if we're not going to get a 6th season, they're going to cover the final 2 volumes at the end of the season.
I see. Do you think that will do any good, or?
It'll be fine because it ends up connecting to Excel World.
I have no idea what that is.
The other thing the author wrote.
I see. That's strange. How's Excel World?
I don't fucking know.
Oh, okay.
I haven't looked at it. I mean, I've already been scarred from literally using incest as a story hook.
That really hurts me.
It hurts me too. And the fact that middle school me didn't even pay any fucking mind. Like, damn.
Yeah, I don't know. There's one story that I read. Like, have you heard of Domestic Girlfriend? Legitimate dumpster fire. Like, it legitimately plays around with, that same thing of, we're family, but we're dating. But, they're my step-sibling, so it's okay.
Ah, yes. Every porn director.
Oh, no.
Wouldn't it be so nice if they were related?
Aw, what a beautiful thing. You want to make this more beautiful? The director's like, what would? A family photo.
And he's like, you're right!
Actually, the guy doing her isn't ugly enough. Fix it. Oh, no.
One of the memes that was passing around was like, yo, did you just come in your stepsister?
Good grief. Why was that a meme that was coming around?
I don't know. Don't ask me.
Yeah, editing's really going to be fun for this one.
We already know that image we showed is going to be repeated. It'd be funny if YouTube itself sent out a copyright strike because we showed our own video.
I would love to copyright strike our own video. Do you think that'd be funny?
It would be awesome.
Except, with the amount of clips we show, we can't really afford to, lose a strike. Copyright claim your video.
Find your content in this video, hit it with a copyright claim.
Yeah, I forget what YouTube did, but they did something to make it a lot easier for smaller YouTubers to get screwed over. Actually, they've done a lot of stuff.
What they probably did was they approved the addition of copyright bots that just scour the internet for nonsense. Like, you click the button to upload and it's like, claimed.
Your bones, mine.
The first view you get on a video is the copyright bots.
Not even then. Like, usually whenever the copyright claim comes through, like the 2 that we've had so far, there have been no views on the video. They don't even watch the video. Either that or bots just don't register. And that's really just bad. It's like, I understand that it's not possible for a human being to moderate all the content that's posted to YouTube, not just daily, but hourly, minute by minute. But at the same time, like, context is important,
Yeah.
Fair use, fair use exists for a reason, to make sure that...
Yeah, it's just like they aren't really following that law that protects us from getting shafted.
Well, they aren't. They have no... If it's for a small YouTubers aren't making YouTube money. They don't really care. It's like, okay, we'll make a platform, post your videos, do whatever you want. It's the equivalent of a parent putting their kid in the sandbox and telling them to go wild just so long as they don't hurt their other sibling. And that other sibling makes them money.
Yeah, and, they aren't really hurting the other sibling, but the other sibling is a fucking bitch.
Well, I mean, in this instance, the other sibling is like, bigger YouTubers, and some of the bigger YouTubers aren't
I'd say
bad.
corporations.
Oh,
because
okay.
those are the real ones who are issuing the copyright claims.
Yeah. Honestly, though, it's just their bots that are issuing them. I would accept it if a human being said, listen,
this is my content. You posted cringe.
This is copyright content. I know it. You know it. Please take it down. Something like that. Something nice. A human being.
I think that at the end of the day, the discussion comes down to YouTube is too powerful of a middleman.
Apparently Google doesn't really earn much off of YouTube, though. Although I think some people use that to support YouTube, but it's like YouTube also does a lot of things that are just like, you remember, like, it's like every month they do something to screw over their platform worse each time. Like, you remember
like,
when
yeah,
they
like
the check
they're not
mark?
making that much money off of YouTube, right? So then why the hell did they introduce YouTube Premium?
Well,
Why is that still a thing?
they
And why are the
introduced
ads just simply getting worse?
they introduced YouTube Premium because they saw streaming services had like Netflix had a premium version, and so they said, "Hey, I like that homework. I mean, the teacher's not going to notice, right?" And let me tell you, we noticed.
And we are the teachers. I
Mhm.
mean, you, of all people, who's basically the younger brother of Mark Zuckerberg recording my fucking farts to show me a Vino ad. Vino ad. Beano ad. Like, I mean, you know that I, the consumer and the fucking teacher. Because if you don't listen to me, you go out of business, shithead.
But I mean, the thing is like, YouTube is fueled. It's fueled in by a major part by the content creators, and there's literally nothing to rival YouTube. If you don't like YouTube, you can go to Twitch, but if you don't like live streaming, then you're SOL. Like, sure, Twitch you can upload the VODs, but like you can't just upload videos.
Right.
Like, I'm willing to bet and Twitch isn't even that good on its own.
It's not. And it has its glaring issues, like, and for the $30 OnlyFans subscription, silence, wench!
Silence, wench! I do not wish to be horny anymore. I simply wish to be happy.
I just want to be happy.
Yeah, I feel that. But still, it's just pain. Like, like you remember last year, like, the whole thing with, like, a bunch of people at 100K who were verified. Like, that's a requirement of getting verified on YouTube. Or at least it was, from my knowledge, is at 100K, you get that check mark. You can get the check mark, I mean. And YouTube just went through and just took that away from a bunch of 100K people who had fought and, worked really hard for that, and it was gone. And of course, they received backlash because that was stupid.
Yeah, when you put in the work that it requires to get to 100K, it's just...
I mean, that's something about YouTube, is like, even if people do happen to get, like, if their content goes viral, there's still a lot of work that goes into maintaining that hype train.
Right. Like the Bread Boys have put in.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a feeling that YouTube's looking at them like, which TOS violation are we going to pin on these guys?
Mm-hmm. Honestly, it's like YouTube gets bored, and that's when they really start cracking down on the TOS. They're just like, I'm bored. There's not been enough controversy. People really are starting to like YouTube again. Let's change that. It almost seems like they have the impression of all press is good press, like, most mega corporations have.
And most politicians.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm here to tell you, most press is not good press.
Mm-hmm. Most press is bad press, because the press that... Okay, I'm tired of saying press. I'm going to say news.
Journalism.
The current climate around news is it's just very detrimental to whomever is being reported on.
Yeah, generally. It's really hard to have the news find something good to say about you.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you like, hey, look over here, I'm saving homeless people from starving to death.
Excuse me? He didn't reach for that one homeless person's hand? I mean, he got helped a few seconds
And then
later,
that's when I take my baseball bat and I beat the journalist to death.
Okay, calm down a little bit. We don't need to be threatening any non-existent journalists.
Or hypothetical journalists. But I mean, at the same time, that's kind of what I wanted to. Because I mean, like, how is our news climate going to change unless we beat all the journalists to death?
Nah. It's just, honestly, just remove their funding. Like,
Mm-hmm.
whatever avenue is giving these gossipers... That's literally all they are. They're just gossipers that are getting paid to talk trash and spread rumors.
They're it's like they're still in high school, and they're just getting paid to write down the rumors they're spreading.
Mm-hmm. And that's just... That's just not good for anybody. I mean, we might have already talked about this on here before, but it's just news should be news. Nothing more, nothing less.
It's just like, back a couple years ago, they literally ran a story on Donald Trump getting 2 scoops of ice cream while everyone else got 1. It's just like,
you're kidding,
right?
that...
I just had to think for a second, like, what's the fucking point? Like, what are they still running for?
Honestly, it's like, I understand that, some people call it a slow news day, but that
just sounds like a slow news lifetime.
Or no, not even. Sorry, go on.
Well, it just sounds like a slow news lifetime. Because, like, you could be reporting literally anything, but...
You having fun?
No. Because that's the noise that I make whenever I'm trying to pull words out of my dumb brain.
I see.
Hold on, let me just fall asleep in this chair.
Please do not. Randy, you mustn't. You cannot. Randy's
just casually falls down in my sleep.
Just sleeping.
Hey, wake up! We can't have you sleeping on the job. Well, folks, you heard it here first. He's dead.
You just slapped me for like 5 minutes. Just, guess he's dead.
No, I slap you to death in an attempt to wake you up.
Oh no.
The first one kills.
Good grief.
And silly old me, I didn't pay attention to the bone cracking sound it made whenever I slapped his head 180 degrees around.
Honestly, it just sounded like a rotary phone. I thought it was funny.
No, it sounded like a rotary engine.
Oh yeah. I had a plot point. Hold on a minute. Or talking point. I don't know why I keep saying plot point. This isn't a story. Is it? Is it? Nah, I'm kidding. Randy here, I can't remember which episode of the podcast it was, but Randy here, by golly, he's done it. He watched Golden Time finally.
Yes, I promised you all in the first episode that on episode 2 we would talk about Golden Time.
Well, it's episode 2.
You're forgetting the 10 before it. Alright, time to kill you in one strike. But no, I watched Golden Time. And, I was about to say your real name. Aaron and I came to a conclusion that the show doesn't know how seriously to take itself. I liked it because it seems like there was effort put into the writing itself. But I can't tell if it's I can't tell if it was the light novel writer or the anime studio who just kind of dropped the fucking ball at some point.
Was Golden Time a light novel?
I think it was.
Time to look. Because I'm curious. I
remember specifically it was a light novel.
Oh, did you read it?
I did not read it, but I was just looking around.
I was just curious. Oh yeah, light novel series.
Yep.
11 novels. You wouldn't get me to read that.
I'd probably read it if I had nothing else to read.
11 novels.
11 volumes. It's supposed to be a rom-com, but it's just rom-pain!
I don't know, it's just the fact that there are 11 novels. It makes me wonder if perhaps the show cut some things. Or cut a lot of things. Huh.
Yeah, probably. I can't tell if those things would have made it better or worse.
Well, one of the issues that I had with it, flashing back to episode 1, was just the fact that it felt like the runtime was way too long. You know? That they could have gone the same distance in half the episode count.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Mm-hmm. So, I don't know. 11 volumes might be... I think that the 11... Reading the light novel would either enhance my opinion of it, or it would condemn it to the gulag.
The gulag.
Yeah.
So, are you talking about the gulag from Modern Warfare Warzone? Or are you talking about the gulag in actual Soviet Union? In actual Soviet Union.
Let us go with gulag in actual Soviet Union. I know not the other thing that you talk about. Unfortunately.
Okay, it's basically you get back into the fight in Modern Warfare's fucking battle royale. That's what the gulag is there.
I don't really play battle royales.
Yeah, I don't either. I tried. I sucked too much at it to enjoy myself. That's literally what happened.
One battle royale that I've heard that's actually like it looks and sounds really fun. It's called Fall Guys.
I've seen gameplay that doesn't look like a battle royale. It just looks like you're playing a whole bunch of It looks like fucking Minecraft.
Well, it's battle royale.
It looks like Minecraft server mode.
Kinda, but it's like I say battle royale in the sense that like you're put into an arena with like I don't know like 60 people or something like that, or like and it slowly eliminates people playing like mini games until there's one overall victor. So in terms of
I think generally the term battle royale is you shoot people until you're the one left.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't know.
Or you throw grenades or blow them up, whatever.
You shoot them up. Other people die. You win.
Yes. You drink blood. By the way, that's that's the game mode for Gun Gale Online.
Drink blood.
No, battle royale.
Oh.
Squad jam.
So I'm curious. Something I'm curious about with Gun Gale Online is the game itself, like in universe, does it seem like it would hold up if ported into reality?
Well, it's a VR MMORPG, so it's like you're actually holding the guns.
I see.
And the American company who made it, in the universe lore at least, is they paid attention to how the guns function. And how the bullets like drop and travel and whatnot, and the sounds they make. It would probably hold up if we had the technology.
Mm-hmm.
And rather than actually using the sights, because that's fucking boring, because you'd never land a hit unless you actually learn how to shoot.
Mm-hmm.
They use like a system to assist you.
I got you.
And the benefits to not using that system are your enemies never know when they're getting shot.
Oh. Well then.
Oh yeah, I know how to shoot in real life. Cool. Then that means you don't need bullet lines, right? It's just bullet lines.
Appearing behind them? What bullet lines? It's just, you're the Doom guy.
Wait, you've been shooting me without your bullet lines this whole time? Always have been.
Wait, why did the battlefield... Why can't I see the... Why can I not see
Wait,
my target?
hold on, there was no bullet line. Why is my friend dead? It's just...
Take a guess.
Take a guess. Although, it's only really useful in sniper encounters.
You want to know something? I really wish that, like, we just had, like, a better multiplayer for Doom Eternal. Because I like the weapons more than anything. The weapons for Doom Eternal are just... They're so much fun. Like the mods that you can use with them. Although, each one kind of has a definitive mod that's kind of better than the others. And, like, it's just...
And that's why you create the meme build.
The meme build. Well, the only one that you couldn't meme is the super shotgun. Like, literally the only attachment is the grappling hook. And honestly, super shotgun with grappling hook, you can get a flame. You can literally light the chain for the grappling hook on fire, setting enemies on fire. And, like, that's all you need. Really, that's all you need. Are there other weapons that do a lot more damage with half the time? Yes. Do I care? No. Which, of course, that's the wrong type of shotgun, but...
Lever action.
It just makes, like, a really pathetic sound. Just... It makes Halo Infinite level sounds. They sound so just, like, bad. Like, you know the gameplay demo I showed you. The sounds just aren't very robust. Like...
Well, that's probably an issue of it being a gameplay demo and them releasing it in 2025.
Nah, I just wish for you to just, like, just a comparison between the Combat Evolved AR? No, not A4.
Learning the assault rifle.
I'm curious, but I keep forgetting. Turn this on. Turn on my speaker. I'm just gonna leave my speakers on.
Yeah, these sounds are pretty meaty. They're fucking awesome.
Hello.
Holo Infinite.
I didn't even realize that was what I spelled wrong. And it's not bad, it's just not as good.
It feels like a regular modern shooter rather than the fucking Halo assault rifle. Fuck yeah!
Oh my word. But it's just, like, the Combat Evolved one, all the way up to Halo, like, the sound admittedly got a little bit less beefy when it returned in Halo 3. But even so, it was, all the way up to Halo 5, the sound was okay. But I still think, sound-wise, that Halo Combat Evolved had the best.
Yeah, because, like, you can't beat... you just bring out the trench broom.
I mean, sound-wise, it really sounds like you have an assault rifle.
Right.
Like a literal, you have a machine gun in your hands.
Right, and now it just feels like, oh, cool, I have automatic fire on this rifle.
Bump fire stock.
Bro, I've seen someone bump fire without a bump fire stock. It was surreal.
How did they do that?
An AK-47, because the 7.62 NATO provides the amount of extra oomph that you need compared to the 5.56. So he just pressed it against his shoulder, took his stabilizing hand off, and just pulled the trigger and...
Oh, that's cool. When I was younger, there was one rifle. I think it was the 13 Carbine 13. I think it is. And like, I could just pull the trigger quick enough that like, it was never an issue. Just small child me. Just
bump firing a weapon.
I was the epitome of like a tiny child with a gun. Just.
Now Toshiragane prepares to shoot you. .png.
Alright guys, I figured out a wonderful strategy that uses the best of your abilities and this gun I found.
Alright, time to defeat this villain with the power of friendship and this gun I found.
What have you got there? A gun. No!
What's in your hand? A knife! No!
That's perfect. Oh, it's that time of the podcast again. Time to recognize that we have been recording for 57 minutes and 42 seconds.
Wow, when the hell did the time start going fast?
Actually, around I know I was vaguely aware of how much time had passed. Like by the 28-minute mark, like it kind of jumped a little bit. And then around the 31-minute mark, I stopped paying attention because our conversation picked back up.
Yes, I think we had stopped for a sec because we ran out of steam.
Temporarily.
We needed to start cranking the motor again, or as the boys call it, cranking that soldier boy.
That soldier boy. Oh my word. Nah. Forget cranking the motor. We're going to kick the lawnmower until it gets back going again. So it's eating grass again.
Kick it? Is it a motorcycle? Are we going to see how many kicks it takes for it to run?
No, we're going to see how many kicks it takes until it blows off my legs.
Well, obviously you need spark in order to activate the gasoline.
So I shouldn't take off my metal shoes. That'd cause a spark, wouldn't it?
Okay, time to die.
I accept it. You just kill me and then I say I accept it.
Just your head flying off. It mouths the words, I accept it.
This is fine.
Oh, yes. Just dragging it off the screen. One time I had a loading bar, and then I just moved it to where I couldn't grab it anymore.
Oh, why?
I don't know. I was a weird kid.
I feel that. I was known, at my old school, I was literally just known as the weird kid. It, I was labeled that on the first day I got there. When I was 5, originally in kindergarten, I started out at a school in Mobile, Alabama. And when we moved to Goshen, I had to I moved to a different school. Yeah, first day there, they're like, okay, he's the weird kid.
Okay, weirdo. You're just crying.
I mean, it hurt me. I started, originally I was like, hey, that's a compliment, right? They're calling me weird. That's nice, right? That means a good thing, right?
And they're like, what, you weirdo? And then you notice their tone and you start crying.
Mm-hmm. Nah, I didn't cry about what other people said, at least not in front of them. And that's the key word.
Well, usually I cried in front of people because I was a weakling. I mean, I still am, but the repeated trauma has become normalized to me.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Of course it is. Why do you think I'm so funny?
Yes, the amount of pain you've endured is also proportional to how much, to the funny that you possess.
Well, to the funny that I can dish out
Mm-hmm.
without looking like a fucking fool. An absolute buffoon.
A complete Nimrod. Now, the thing that prompted them to start calling me weird is, iced honey buns?
Iced honey buns?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, well, it was like snack time because, you're in kindergarten, they give you snacks up in the upper grades, they just kind of deprive you of that essential time.
Along with nap time.
Mm-hmm.
God damn, I miss nap time.
In the middle of senior year of high school, nap time, and your head makes an audible thud as it slams against the desk.
Well, no, it makes this sharp ringing sound as it hits the metal part. Ping!
You just fall out of your desk.
You just...
Nah, but what I was getting at was iced honey buns. I made the mistake during snack time. Group of kids I'm with, I sneezed iced honey bun onto the table, and they started calling me weird because of that. And I was like, "But I sneezed. I was a tiny child."
Shut up, weirdo.
Yeah, I think multiple
Then you
of them
just start
did.
crying.
Yeah, and it's like I never really did anything to anybody. I was just trying to be nice. I was a very gentile kid.
Gentile.
Oh, forgive me, I said that wrong. Gentile. When speaking, one must be fancy to the nth degree.
Oh, yes.
Yes, even my pinky's pinky.
And funny enough, the way that we ended up hitting it off was being weird towards each other. With puns!
I was worried where you were going with that.
Don't worry, I wasn't going to say anything untoward.
Well, nothing untoward happened, so I'd wonder if you were making stuff up. What does that look supposed to mean, Randy?
It's supposed to mean I'm making headcanons as we speak.
No. It is not our job to make headcanons. If we make headcanons, then people take that as fact. Let the fans make the headcanons. Then we can strike them down with the might of Zeus.
Because they
and we can
decided
strike
to make
them
smut.
down with the might of Zeus.
Yes.
All the other...
Especially if you make smut headcanons, we'll kill you before you can blink.
You will taste my shovel's blade. Or, no. Rather, you will taste my shovel's bite.
Dirt won't be the only thing that my tactical shovel will dig.
Yeah. I'll dig your grave.
And also your bones.
Enemy is breaking.
You just break someone's bones, and suddenly in your head you just hear, "Enemy is breaking!"
Tell me, Randy, will I ever be happy?
So, you see, the thing is, that's up to you.
I can't just decide to be happy.
You have to. That's the only way people end up being happy in this fucking shitty world.
Okay, but jokes aside, happiness is something you have to work towards. You can't just decide it. You can decide to work towards it, but...
Well, the way I see it is, working towards happiness is working towards the peace of mind to decide, you know what? Yeah, I'm happy.
I see.
Because, I mean, you could force it. It's not that hard.
Mm-hmm.
But whether you believe it in your soul is a different matter. Just like with God. Or the Christian faith, I mean.
I got you.
Judeo-Christian values poking their dicks into the convo like.
Why must you be like this? Why?
I don't know. It's the same I don't know that I say whenever people just wonder to themselves, why the hell do Catholic priests have to touch little boys?
Okay, first off, they don't all do that.
Yes, I know they don't all do that.
Of
But
course.
why would enough of them do it to where it's a stigma?
I don't know, man.
You see, exactly.
I don't
the
know
same
why
kind of I don't know.
Understand. However, at the very least, I know in the Vatican they're cracking, they work to crack down on it. Like, even, like, if you hear about it going on and you don't report it, you get a massive fine for it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that should be legitimately universal. It's like, it doesn't matter who you are. If you hear about it, if you know what's going on and you don't say something, you're just as liable because you let it continue.
Yep. It's just kind of funny. You're also liable, so we're just going to charge you money.
Yeah. Prison sentence. Let's up that. Those are rookie numbers. Bring them up.
Death sentence.
Put them into debt. I mean, someone's got to clean up the tabernacle, John.
The tabernacle.
Nah, tabernacle isn't the right word. Someone's got to clean up the parish hall. Now, but in a Catholic church, the tabernacle is what holds the body of Christ.
Mm.
Well, the body and the blood of Christ.
The components of Christ.
No, don't call them that. Good grief. Hey, lad, you're hurting my bones.
Well, I mean, so long as I'm not breaking them, you can't really complain, right?
You can't really break my bones in general. Well, not in the...
Don't assume things that you don't know are true.
Okay, you can break my bones in the literal sense, but, I mean, I have a certain tolerance for your particular brand of nonsense. We've known each other for, like, legitimately 4 years now.
Hmm.
A friendship forged over 4 years.
Well, I still have a couple things down my sleeve. Down my sleeve.
Yeah, it would be up your sleeve. I'm just trying to think of, like... I was like, maybe down your sleeve might actually work, but then again, like...
No, it wouldn't.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me just put it down my sleeve. Got any more tricks up your sleeve? And then Goku just casually pulls out his cell phone. And he's like, hold on, I got it. Bing, 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 bing. And then it just, an orbital laser comes down on the first main villain of Dragon Ball Z.
Oh. I'm curious, what's the longest running show or anime or manga that you've ever caught up / like...
Kept with?
Yeah.
It almost Fairy Tail, but I dropped it before I started reading the manga.
Mm-hmm.
It'd have to be Initial D. It's over 5 seasons long.
I gotcha. Wait, you've read History's Greatest Disciple, right?
Yes. And I think either that comes in second, or it's right up there.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, I think they stand on the same playing field.
What caused you to drop Fairy Tail?
The manga.
Oh.
The mangoes.
Mangoes, John. Listen, John, I don't want sauce. I don't want kick. I don't want cringe no more, John. I just want some mangoes. Tahiti has them. So they tried to kill me last time I was there, but John, I want mangoes. All right, Dutch. You can go get your mangoes.
And then he just never comes back from getting mangoes. He gets assaulted by the Pinkertons.
10 years later. Do you think he's coming back with those mangoes? You lumbago having son of a gun?
Oh no, I don't think he is.
When are you gonna die already?
No.
Oh no. He just... No. When are you gonna die already, old man? Never.
I think he said now.
Oh.
That's what I was trying to say.
Oh, okay.
Now.
I don't know why. I think no is just funnier. Just he's refusing.
And
He's
then
like, I'm not
Death's
going to-
like, you can't refuse this cold steel.
No, he's just like, no, I won't die. Death? Hey, wouldn't it be funny if I, like, took him away at this moment? Yeah, it's gonna be funny. I'm gonna laugh. Oh, he's crying a lot. Why is he crying so... Oh, no. Just holding this lumbago-ridden man in his arms, just runs away. I wish in Red Dead 2 you could meet the Grim Reaper. That would be funny.
Be kind of awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, and he's like, you will suffer a fate worse than death by lead. And it's just like, well, yeah, what's that? And then he starts coughing. And then he disappears.
Oh,
What foreshadowing.
that would hurt. Honestly, Arthur's death hurt.
Yeah, it's because I mean, he didn't die in battle. He didn't die to, like, saving anyone. He just died because he had black lung. That's it. He just got tuberculosis, and that was all it took.
I forget who it was, but someone, like, spit in his face or something like that, and that provoked it, or that caused him to contract it. I think it might have been, like, a fight early on that you had, and that causes it to progress.
It sounds
Or
kind
something
of weird because it's, you know,
I forget where he gets it.
it's a lung disease. Like what?
Well, I mean, if someone's coughing, and you get that, like, fluid in your lungs. It's like literally like transplanting a part of, like, of the disease right into your own home. Smearing your walls with manure.
Just plastering your walls with shit. Like you replace your wallpaper with shit.
You want to know something, speaking of manure and all that jazz, one of something that, like, legitimately, like, just occurred to me is just how, like, in every Back to the Future movie, whatever incarnation of Biff Tannen is, like, the villain, he gets manured every single time. Like, without fail. He is always involved in the plot somehow, and he always gets himself manured. Like, even in the far future, I think he gets manured somehow. Although far future is literally, like, 2015.
So still near future.
Yeah. The only thing that, the future date that Marty McFly went to in 2015, the only thing that gave me was a teacher who passed away. Legitimately dampened my spirits for the day.
So, if you in the audience couldn't tell, I, Randy, am running out of steam.
I mean, we got an hour and 12 minutes on the clock. I mean, that's a good amount of time.
Uh-huh. It could cut down to an hour exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on how aggressive our editor is.
Honestly, though, as you put it, like, the silence is necessary. It is the flow of conversation, after all.
Yeah. Well, we also have the parts where we were searching for things.
Oh, yeah. But then again, like, it's fine. It's one of those things. Like, we've put out an episode that's like an hour long before. We've also put one out that's almost 2 hours long before.
Yeah, we have. We've done all of that.
I like to think that Scott is, like, was diligently editing and just... I like to think that he's just asleep right now. He just has it open. He's asleep. He's not paying attention. Or he's doing something. Perhaps.
Yeah, probably.
I suspect, though, when I view the finished product, I will be met with, whatchamacallit, a displeased message from our editor. Or he might just tell me in person. Just, okay, cut that out.
He just has a blade ready. Just like I do. Hey, do you like dying?
Only if you do.
Well, you've already done it several times, so it's your turn again.
No, no, no!
the end of the podcast, John?
I'm afraid so. Adios.